Hey guys. Hold on. I'm trying to get better light, but I opened the blinds. Anyway, I'm here to talk about my injury. I thought that it would be good to have a documentation where I wasn't in emergency crisis mode or freaking out. But so now today is Monday, 8/26/2013. It is 12:27 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, and I am here to talk about my little boo-boo, which is actually serious. I seriously injured myself Saturday night, 8/24/2013. Anthony and I were goofing around in the kitchen. He's in no way responsible, nothing like that. We were just playing around, and I was like, chugging backward and just whacked my head on the open back door. It's not normally open. So the impact, of course, was just shocking because it it hurt. I hit it really hard. Harder than okay. I guess let me start off. I might be being too casual. I'm not sure. Okay. It was the most serious injury I've ever sustained as an adult. Am currently, sustaining. It technically is how it should be put. Right now, the whiplash apparently started kicking in yesterday. And so, the neck is really sore. The trap, my right trap was sore from working out 2 weeks ago. So I'd already been dealing with that. But then when I hit my head, I knocked myself basically unconscious, and I just want to describe everything that happened just for the record so that we're just clear. I hit my head upstairs in the kitchen. Anthony and I were playing around. Seriously, it was actually cute. I opened his Coca-Cola and took a drink just to mess with him. We were making chicken sandwiches with mayonnaise and pickles and buns. And so I was like, oh yeah, whatever, and I opened a soda and drank it. And so he was like, we were playing around. So he like grabbed mayonnaise on a butter knife, and he was like, like he was going to put it on my nose, really cute. And so I was like, running backward, but I started running backward really strongly and really aggressively, and I'm very, very strong. I mean, I've lost over 40 pounds to date, and I work out all the time, and I'm very, very strong. So I just, the back door is not normally open, so I just started like chucking myself backward, and I hit my head so hard, I cannot believe it. It was stunning. The blow was stunning. It was really stunning. I immediately got ice, got a little ice bag. I mean, I immediately ran into the hall. Okay. As soon as I hit my head after that, I was like, what have you done? Because I guess I'm like mother mode, where I would have seen that the door was, I would have been like, the door before I hit. I don't know. It was odd. But anyway, that's just me. I think differently and look at situations differently. I'm really into risk management. So, hold on. I think I want to have to take some ibuprofen now. I think that enough time has passed. I think it's time to pile on. Oh, shit. Okay, hold on. Oh, man. I gotta get my bra off. See, I put my bra on to do this. I'm gonna try to keep my bra on. Because God knows we don't want all that going. Unheld together. Sorry, it's just I'm like a tomboy. That's my thing. It's not that I'm crude. I'm a tomboy. So I can be eloquent and elegant and never speak it, but sometimes it's just, I'm just a very forward person, and I just say what I think. So anyway, hit my head, ran into the hallway, freaking out because it hurt really bad. It hit really hard. And I'm taking 1,000 milligrams of ibuprofen over the counter. Yeah. I'll take 600 to start. Okay, I put 200 back. I'm just taking 600. It does feel like my blood pressure's kicking up a little bit, but maybe it's only because I'm in pain, and pain will kick up blood pressure. So, immediately I was like, whoa. I mean, I knew, the impact on my head on that door, it was incredible. I've never in my life, had an impact like that on my body, let alone my head like that. Right here, back right side. So this is my right side, and right in this area right here. And I mean to tell you, I hit that door so hard. It was unbelievable. So, about 5 minutes after the impact, I'm guessing. I don't know. I actually started to eat my chicken sandwich. I was just in shock. And I had like this little gel thing that Anthony gave me to put on my head. And so I was like, and so I was sitting there. When he came down, I was like, you have to go upstairs right now and get me an ice pack. I mean, get me an ice pack full of ice. Bring me an ice pack. And I immediately put a big bag of ice on my head. And then I realized I'm going to need, I'm going to have, oh man, okay. Hold on. But I'm going to need a big bag of, I'm going to need, it's going to have to stay iced. I hit it so hard that, I knew. I was like, oh God. I mean, I'm sorry. I keep having like little moments of shock to where I realize what I'm about to tell you is shocking, I guess. Oh, it's shocking. Uh, but, okay. I hit my knee too on one of the falls, apparently. Okay. Feels like my back needs to pop. Okay. Or my neck. Anyway, I started to black out. I started to faint. I sat down on the edge of my bed. That's where I was eating my sandwich. Anthony brought the ice pack down. Of course, it was like, okay, you're going to have to sit with me. This is very dangerous. And I was telling him it was a very dangerous situation. You're going to have to sit with me. And he did. And I started to black out. The fan was on. I had the ice pack on my head. And I started to lose consciousness. And when I started to lose consciousness, I told Anthony to call 911. I'm losing consciousness. Call 911. And as I was letting go and falling back, I heard him say, no, it's not that, because he'd already had been saying, maybe it's not that bad, and I was like, oh, this is bad, and he was steadily trying to tell me that it wasn't, and it's not malicious, Anthony's not malicious, so don't think of it like that, okay? But, so then I'm falling back, and I hear him, when I'm saying, I said twice, I repeated, I'm losing consciousness, dial 911, I'm losing consciousness, I'm passing out, and dial 911, I heard him say, like, no, or I don't know, it was no, he was no. And I'm not going to call, like, it was negative. And so when I heard him saying no, he's not going to call, I came back. I was like, there was no way I could let go because I didn't, no. So this is a continuation. There's another part to this video. So as I was going back and I heard him say no, that no, he wasn't going to dial 911. Can't believe that I'm saying that. I knew I couldn't lose consciousness because I knew I'd be in trouble. Because I needed to keep ice on my head the whole time. And, I think I need it now. Teeth, sinuses. Anyway, so I started to lose consciousness. I started to go down. And he said no. And I had to fight back. And I fought. I reached out. I was like, you have to take me to the shower. I have to give him the cold shower. And he grabs me up and walks me over to the shower, and I get in the shower, and I stand in the cold shower for under a minute, or definitely under 2 minutes. It wasn't very long. It was, you know, and then I got really cold because I had the ice on my head, and I was standing in the shower, and I had a shirt on, a bra, and panties. And then I felt like this just an incredible kind of shock, like electrical thing, like poosh, hit me, and I felt like I was going down. I was like, oh God, I gotta, I gotta sit down. I gotta sit down. And I stand. He, Anthony was holding me the whole time, and he helped me out of the shower, and um, and then I was asking him to bring me the Coca-Cola, and he was, but I wasn't saying what I was thinking. So typical brain injury, I was speaking, but yeah, I probably need to go to the doctor. Now that I'm thinking about it, because I fought in a semi-unconscious state for 10 minutes, and maybe not. Maybe just let me. I don't know. My neck is starting to hurt me, and that's kind of bothering me. But so then I struggled in a semi-unconscious state, and I collapsed in a controlled collapse to the floor on top of a towel and a rug. I fought hard for my consciousness right there. It was really shocking to me, some of the things that I began to experience. Sitting there, I peed on myself. I couldn't get up. I was collapsed and in a semi-unconscious state, fighting for consciousness. I had to pee, and I could have held it, I think. I don't know for sure, but I was saying to Anthony that I had to pee, and he was trying to get me up to go pee, so I didn't pee on the floor. And I just thought, this guy's lost his fucking mind. This is all. I mean, I knew I was in so much trouble, right? I just thought, this person, I didn't understand. So I peed, and then I started to feel my ear canals, from here, all just on the inside, started to tingle. And then it lit up inside my mind's eye like a diagram, a computer generated diagram in my mind's eye, and everything else was darkened out. And they were both the ear canals looked like black holes, except for they were lit with like stars, and I was feeling them tingle, like when your foot goes to sleep and you get really bad tingle. Both of them were doing that, but in my mind's eye, they were lit up like sonar. And I think it's ironic that it's the eardrums and and then and then my mind's eye sees it as sonar type thing. But then I could draw it, so it looked like a black hole. But of course, in the size of that actually fit in my head, and there were two of them. Obviously, they were both of them because I have two, and they grew smaller as they grew into, were down into the neck, and it was incredible visual actually, and it felt incredible. It felt incredible. I was like, whoa. I mean, I knew I was experiencing something pretty unique, and I knew obviously it was directly connected to the head injury. So yeah, so I peed, drank soda. Anthony went and got the fan on. I asked him to go get my box fan. So, because I needed to be cold and cold. So when I got out of the shower and I collapsed down, I was holding the ice pack over my heart, over my chest here. And the fan was on me there. And I just was standing in the cold shower. So I had myself really super cold. Just fighting for consciousness with every fiber of my being. And how it felt to struggle with the intoxication of wanting to allow my injury to knock me out. because there were moments I remember in the semi-unconscious state where I just would start going down. I start to feel my whole body just give way to it, and I was like, and it felt so good. I just wanted to let it go. It was just that deep intoxication of sleep, like, and really very dangerous because, with a head injury, it's just very dangerous to go to sleep, to be knocked unconscious and then go and then stay. I mean, who was going to keep the ice on me? Or who would Anthony have known to keep the ice on me? I mean, he certainly didn't dial 911 when I asked him to, and it was a scary situation. And so I knew I had to fight for my life at this point. That's how I felt, basically. That I had to stay conscious, because if I didn't, I was going to, I could lose my life. The head injury was that significant. I mean, I'm now dealing with whiplash. And the whiplash, just for the record, is affecting the left side. So I hit smacked here, and the base of my neck, and the neck and the trap is what is so very sore. Actually, my head hurts. I have not. These ibuprofen, the 600 milligrams of ibuprofen I've taken just now, are the first over-the-counter medications I've taken for the whack. I've only used ice, medical marijuana, and water. Of course, I had coffee the day of. Oh, I did take aspirin because I wanted to thin my blood out to prevent a clot. It was my initial instinct to take. So I took 650 milligrams of aspirin twice in the initial 6 hours of the injury. I kept ice on it for 10 hours. Believe it or not, I also made my own ice bags. And one of the things I started doing was checking dilation of my pupils. So as soon as I gathered myself back from the semi-conscious state from the floor, I stood up and immediately got my flashlight and checked my pupil for dilation. Both of them dilated beautifully. And then I checked my pupil dilation. That was one of the ways that I just could randomly check and make sure that there was neurological reaction. And there has been. There has been some brain injury type stuff where, clearly, like I said, when I was talking to Anthony several times when I was on the floor and right before I collapsed, I was not speaking, my mouth was not speaking what my mind was saying. And that happened a couple times. So it was a significant blow. There's no doubt about it, and it's quite dangerous. And I'm not necessarily out of the woods yet, and I don't have health insurance, and I already had one medical emergency bill in the last decade, and I'm trying to recover my life from making a lot of bad decisions. So I'm not wanting to run out here and do this, but I think I'm going to have to and then go get on Medicaid. I think it's going to be my choice. I don't have insurance. This is the society that we live in. I don't have insurance, right? And I'm not on any social services. But now, I mean, this could be a serious injury. And I didn't run out to the emergency room because we know that would have been a $20,000, $30,000 bill. And now there's the whiplash, and I'm like, oh, lovely. And that's actually very painful. But like I said, outside of the aspirin in the first 6 hours of the injury, the impact, I have not taken any over-the-counter medications. I've only used, like I said, I used ice for 10 hours, medical marijuana, which I need probably more right now because I swear it feels like my blood pressure is trying to rise. And so that I'm gonna go ahead and wake Anthony up. So I'm gonna end this. I think I need to end this just for precaution. Okay. But Anthony, he helped me, but other than not dialing 911, I can't. That's shocking. But anyway, there's more to the injury. There's more things that surround the injury that I'm not sharing here right now. I'm just trying to keep this to the medical side. And when I say more to it, it's not it's not about Anthony either. It's actually things that happen that are dated that are astonishing. So that are a matter of record, I guess you could say. So I thought I was going to die. I still think I may. I could.